Hey everybody, what's going on? Hope you're having a safe and awesome week. So, got a question for you. This is going to be a two-part question. And if you remember my question from a couple days ago, which was, what's a comic book series that was canceled that you would like to bring back? Well, this one's a little bit different. The first part of the question is, what comic book series were you excited for, but they didn't even happen? I got two of those, and the first one is New Warriors. Man, they were talking about this a couple years ago. It was supposed to have Derek Thieler from, I think what he's best known for is a show called Baby Mama, but he also played Auric of Dacia in Ninjak vs. the Valiant Universe. Now, I know that was just it looked like a cheaply made web show, but the costumes and stuff to me were awesome. It was a Valiant series. It also had Milana Van Troop, who everybody knows as the amazing Lily from the AT&T commercials. She was supposed to play Squirrel Girl, and since I totally forgot, Derek Thieler was supposed to play Mr. Immortal. There was going to be Night Thrasher, who I can't remember at this particular moment, Speedball, Microbe. I was really bummed out, you know. I don't know too much about the New Warriors except for this. Everybody loves the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We love it. They did Civil War. The big thing that they left out was, in the comics, the New Warriors accidentally set off what happens in Civil War. The character Speedball accidentally blows up a school bus, I think. It's either a school or a school bus. And that sets the Superhero Registration Act in motion. Still a great movie, don't get me wrong. It introduced, and I haven't really talked about this too much, but it introduced my favorite Avenger, Black Panther. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. You will be missed, man. Let me move on from that before I start tearing up. But anyway, they were going to be doing this show, and something happened. Whoever was going, I think it was Freeform. They were going to be the ones who hosted the show, and something happened, and they decided not to do it, and then they shopped it around. You know, they thought later on when Disney Plus was coming out, they were like, you know, maybe we can shop it here. Well, unfortunately, nobody picked it up, so it was pretty much dead. Really, really bummed out I didn't get to see it. At least the pilot episode. I think they shot a pilot episode, which is weird. I hope someday somebody releases that online, or it comes as an extra on a Blu-ray or something. The next one I got really, really, really bummed me out. And that was Donald Glover and his brother and the Deadpool series that was supposed to be on FX. This one was a weird one. I mean, even Harley Quinn made fun of the fact in her first trailer that her show was actually happening. They released kind of like a little animatic. It's a video that shows what the animation would have looked like. It had some sketches in it. And yes, I realized a lot of people thought it was fake because all they did was, you know, this was just a pitch. So they weren't going to hire voice actors and all that stuff and write out a script just for the pitch. So what they did was they put in lines from the movie. But it worked. If you get a chance, I'll see if I can get Sean to put a link to the video so you can see it. Oh man, this thing looked like it was going to be great. And Donald Glover / Childish Gambino he's hilarious. I just recently, this makes me feel kind of dumb, but I found out pretty recently that Childish Gambino and Donald Glover were the same. Almost said Danny Glover. Donald Glover were the same person. Sorry, I had no idea. But anyway, he's super funny. He's I think he wrote for 30 Rock. He's just a really funny guy, and I think he and his brother's vision of Deadpool would have been awesome. Especially if the video I saw was what the animation was supposed to look like. It looked like it was going to be great. But again, something happened with Marvel Television. That's why a lot of the Marvel Television stuff, I think. Let me say I think. I think that's why a lot of the Marvel Television stuff had ended. I mean, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is a great show. Like, I tell people, if you can make it through the first half of the first season, we loved all of it. We haven't even finished it, though. But I know it only got better from that turning point of the first season. But that was a show that needed to come to an end, you know, so it didn't wear out its welcome to a lot of people that did. But, you know, I digress on that. That's a topic for another day. There were shows like Howard the Duck that was supposed to be on Hulu, but something happened with Marvel Television, and the weird controversy, or non-controversy, however you want to see it, is that they said Donald Glover was too busy to do it, and Donald Glover shot back, was like, no, just Marvel wanted to go in a different direction with the character, which, for Deadpool as a whole, my only wish for him is, if you know, you can put him in other movies and make him a PG-13 character, but his first two movies are rated R. If anything, just let him finish out the trilogy of rated R, and then later on, if you really, really feel the need to, I'm guessing do like a lot of other movies do a PG-13 and then do the director's cut or something like that. I know that annoys a lot of people, but sometimes it does make a movie a little better if you can see the director's cut of it. But I digress. I mean, Marvel movies being owned by Disney, you think about it, PG-13 movies, you're allowed one F word. I cannot name a single Disney Marvel film where they have used that one F word. They've said almost every other word, but not the F word. But anyway, that's getting kind of long here. That's my first part. You know, what shows were you excited for, that you heard about, that ended up just falling flat and not happening? The second part of my question is, what are some shows that you're excited about that pretty much are happening? For me, again, I'll just say two of them. I'm going on a long ranty thing here, and I apologize for that. But the first one is definitely going to be the Invincible cartoon that's supposed to be coming out later this year. I haven't heard any pushback about it, so I think it's still happening this year. The voice cast sounds incredible. They have actually put some of the artist renderings of what the characters are going to look like in, I can't remember which image book. There was an image book that they released it on, or they released it in the back of, and the characters look spot on. I'm really excited for the voice cast. Come on. J.K. Simmons, Mr. J. Jonah Jameson himself is going to be Omni-Man. And it's such a great series. If you've never read Invincible, that's another one that people I heard talk about all the time. I read, part of the first trade, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is good. But I really didn't at that point see it. I was like, man, I don't know what the big deal is with it. Like, it's really good. And then I got to a certain part of the book, and it just took off, and I was like, yep, now I can see why everybody talks about it. Really good book, Invincible, the cartoon by Amazon. The second one is, and I haven't heard too much about this yet, other than Joe McHale is rumored to play one of the characters, but it's the Russo brothers doing Valiant's Quantum and Woody. And if that show is actually happening, Joe McHale is Woody, I'm saying David Ramsey for Quantum. David Ramsey plays John Diggle Stewart. Or he played him on Arrow. Hopefully that actor still is in that universe. But if not, David Ramsey for Quantum. I mean, for me, he's perfect. But anyway, those are the two ones that I'm excited for in the future. Let me know, is there any other comic show or cartoon or even movie that you're excited for? I know this year has been quite a bummer when it comes to a lot of shows and movies with the pandemic and everything. Like, most of us have probably read about all the DC movies getting pushed back till like next year or the year after. But anyway, that's going to do it all for me. Let me know down in the comments the answer to this extremely long question. And you stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll catch you next time. Later, tots.